As a native of Montgomery, Alabama, and a New Yorker, she holds a bachelor's degree in theater arts from Alabama State University and is also an alumnus of the New York Conservatory of Dramatic Arts. Her acting credits include HBO's Show Me a Hero and Vinyl, NBC's Shades of Blue, and VH1's The Breaks. She is currently the creator and the host of Actors Lives on MNN. So please welcome my girl, Shumerria Harris.
Where's the music? Turn it up loud! Wait, just do that again.
Come on, hey, I'm doing this one. Hey, hey, come on.
That's my
Hey, hey. Hey, come on, hey. It's like so much fun right now.
Wow. We're living our best life.
That's right. You have to.
We're living our best life.
right. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
That's good. I'm good.
Good, great. Thanks.
Yep. Well, we're all good as well. I'm just living my best life. Go on ahead, okay?
Yes, you got to.
As we should.
I'm the only guy at the table here still, you know? Not one single meal has come to this table here.
Well, sounds like you're a lucky guy to me.
We need
That's the
you.
best way to be.
Girls run the world.
Okay.
Well, look, enough of this chit chat. So listen, I don't know why I always got to start off with the interviews like this here. I'm trying to, you know, but look, so you have done, how did you get into like all these shows? The first thing I saw was Shades of Blue on NBC. Well, tell us about it.
Well, I had a talent manager. She submitted me for the role. I went in for the audition like twice, and I got the call back. They were like, "Hey, congratulations!"
That's talent.
It's like, "Thank you."
talent right there.
Right, it is.
And so it's just one after the other came. So it kind of like it just snowballed pretty much. So.
I like the way you
Wow,
put
that's
that.
good. Yeah, right. That'd be creative, right?
Right.
That's so good.
It's like, thank goodness. That bachelor's degree came in handy for something.
Right.
Right, that's why they say go to school.
Right.
That's the best way to go.
Yeah, you just do it like that.
Right.
Just throw the snowball.
So what did you learn while being on set?
Well, while being on set, don't worry, you learn like the behind the scenes look. You really get the perspective of like what it takes to put everything together. And when you actually look at the grand scheme of things, actually like the actors are pretty much like the smallest component because it takes so much. They put more time and effort into putting lights together and getting the sound right and getting camera shots. And so once you come to the table, and because everything is more so, it's on a grander scale because the time is money. So it's like, okay, I need to make sure I have my lines right. I need to make sure my lines are on point.
Yeah.
Because, you know, hey, all right, we got a certain amount of time to get this done. So let's get this, you know, let's do it. And I don't want to be a holdup, so I'm just like, okay, I need to make sure. When I step on the set, all right, I'm ready to go.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you're from Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how did you get started out there? Like as a kid, you know, I want to know more about you. You know, like this has been your dream. all your life?
Yeah, well, I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama. I started off, I've always been a writer first. I'm talking about from like short stories, the poems,
Right.
all that. And then when I got to college, I got into acting because initially the program I wanted to go to, it was like, I felt like it was just a little too expensive.
Okay.
So, but the
Don't worry, you're
closest
not the
thing
only
to
one.
acting, right? So the closest thing
understand.
to entertainment that that Alabama State had to offer was theater. So
Right.
I got into theater and
Do
I
they
got
offer
into
good
acting
customer service over
there. Oh, they
there?
offer great customer service. You know what I'm saying? Great customer
And good
service.
music. You saw
You
the
gotta,
Hey, 2 times went to Alabama State University. Don't sleep, okay?
listen, you gotta hear her calling customer service backstage.
That's right. I always want must speak to the manager because I always have a problem. Anytime you have an issue, you speak to the manager. And tell him you got an issue, you want to speak to the manager because they supposed to offer you good customer service no matter where you go. You know what I'm saying? You step on set, they ain't supposed to freeze yourself. Your mic's supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? My water need to be cold. It don't need to be room temperature. I don't need to be lukewarm either. That's right. Woo!
Yes.
There you go.
Always in character.
Right.
I wish I could speak that way.
I thought I could speak that way. I couldn't remember here the last time I did that here. But well, was there anything that you learned from like the cast or the crew while you were on set throughout these shows that you've done here?
Well, you mean from here, M&N, or just
or both, or in
all
general?
together?
All together.
Altogether, I think it's a team effort, and everything. It's a team effort collectively at the end of the day. Everybody wants to make it seem like a lot of times actors want to make it like so personal, like they're so self-absorbed, like, oh, it's me. No, it's not just you. Because without the bright light, honey, the camera can't see you. You know what I mean? Without the sound, they couldn't hear you. And if one thing is off, it's like it completely like destroys like the entire project. So everybody, it's a collective, it's an ensemble at the end of the day. And being professional and holding up your part and doing your part is extremely important.
That's so true.
Your character
exactly.
It's great, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so right about that. Yeah,
Right.
that's so right.
She bring the spotlight.
Yeah, she does, right? You have to bring that shine. Yes, bring it.
That's good. That's real
Yes. So listen, we all show long, most of our show that we've been honoring the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, here, and who passed away at the age of 76. I thought I had it with me, but somewhere around there. But I mean, what is it that you want to say to Aretha Franklin, or how has she became an inspiration to you, even though you haven't met her in person? But I mean, if you listen to her music, like, what is your perspective about Aretha Franklin?
One thing about her, she definitely sang from, she was coined the Queen of Soul.
Exactly.
And definitely because she sang from an emotional place. And as artists, as creatives, we create from an emotional place. And I just feel like if you come from there, come from your soul, the greatness
like a diary
comes from that, and her greatness came from her soul, and the work that she gave and that she left us with is eternal and will always live with us. And I think what she had is very special, and she will always be remembered for that.
What's your favorite song, girl?
Right, what is your favorite
song? God! Of course, I love Respect, but oh God, I love Chain of Fools, Chain.
Yeah, that one, yes.
Yeah. Like, they about what you're trying to do. Hey, come on. Yes, come on.
Sing it, David.
Good. Sing it.
But yeah.
Ever since the start of the show, we've been in that soul. Ever since when we came through, ever since the beginning, it's like she had a great inspiration on throughout the history and throughout, all that. And so did John McCain, and he.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that just happened right after the next.
Exactly.
Right.
It was
Weird.
So sad.
right there.
Yeah.
He battled brain cancer, and then so the guy in the White House had tweeted, "My deepest sympathies go and respect go to the family of Senator John McCain. Our hearts and prayers are with you." Now, I really don't think he really meant that, but what do you really think about this? Like,
Oh, with Trump.
and versus McCain.
No, with
Girls
John
speak the
McCain, my thing is this. I think at the last minute, like in his last couple of days, once he realized, hey, you know, my money's not gonna save me. You know what I mean? It's just inevitable. Some of his ideals changed as a politician, because initially he was just like very, very conservative. He was like as right wing as you can get.
Right.
You know what I mean? But up until, you know, he got older, that's when some of his policies and how he felt about certain issues started to shift. Yeah. So, but initially, like, you know, he wasn't quite so, you know, for the everyday working person. a lot of his policies weren't really in our favor. So, but you know, and it's just, it's crazy to me. I still feel like he does, you know, need, you know, should be respected though. I mean, he did put his life on the line for our country, you know, after all.
Yeah, I
And so, and then I just hate that our president is being so petty about it. Like, for instance,
He's
you know,
petty about
even
everything.
right?
Everything you could think of.
Yeah, and it's, gosh, it's just
It's sad.
so
Because we're
immature.
supposed to be a team.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's
So-
so immature. And but you know what? At the same time, and I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me, but just hear my point. A lot of people get so fake when it comes to, like, they hear somebody pass them, but like, when they hear, you know, the person's here, it's like, okay, it could be so shady and it's just so, oh, such and such is like this kind of person. Da, da,
Right.
da, da.
Yeah.
But then, like, once they pass, oh, they were so
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
true,
Well, hold
yeah.
on now. You weren't saying that before they died.
Exactly.
It's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep that same energy.
It's
And,
true.
and one thing I guess I can appreciate about Trump, if he rock with you, he rock with you. He
If
don't, he gonna keep that
He keep it
same
real.
energy.
Exactly.
He definitely keep it
McCain is
real.
dead.
Yeah.
He didn't rock with McCain when he was alive. He
Yeah,
ain't
it's
rocking
true.
with him now.
It's so true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
okay, yeah.
I mean, that's
see
one
what
thing
you're
I can say. He keep that same energy.
Right.
I mean, at
Yeah,
least you know
that's
what he's
true.
going
All
to
right, he's not
Yeah,
gonna be
you know
fake
what
with
he
you,
gonna
like,
Keep
yeah.
it real.
He's not
Yeah.
secretive.
He served our country
But
well.
you never know, so I'm going to sip some tea on that
Okay.
one. You never know.
I know,
Yeah.
right? You better keep that same energy.
Yes. So listen, Shumerria, you gotta come back.
Oh,
All right?
definitely,
You gotta
definitely.
come back and chill with us. The time just goes so quick, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so
That's what you trying to say? That's my time? You trying to kick me out?
not.
See, what manners? I
that
want to
was
speak to the
so
manager. This ain't good customer service.
Oh,
He
man.
first of all, he had me on here 2 seconds, and then want to try to kick me out. And was gonna cut my light off. That ain't how this works.
Like, this is too quick.
I appreciate it,
Have you
though.
been home?
Thank you.
Yeah, have you been home recently?
Crystal, take us out.
Oh, man, done cut me off, too. It's over.
So thank you so much, Shumerria Harris, for stopping by.
problem.
Thank you. We enjoyed your time here. And do you have your social media? Can you give us
I
your social media
do.
pages?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, all of social media platforms at Shumerria. That's SHUMERRIA.
Thank you. So